Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Filmed live in beautiful Treasure Island, Florida, with our President and CEO, Andy Albright.
Introduction, Billy. I hope I'm the only one that was experiencing that feedback. Oh, it's cleared up now, no problem. I was already fired up before your intro. I'm excited about this show, this opportunity to talk to my friends across the country. I'm going to share some love with them and some excitement. And we've got 34 questions that our psychologists, sociologists, and marketing team have put together that I'm going to try to answer. We're going to have some fun with that, do some teaching. My desire, my goal is to have more people making crazy money so that they can give it away to car dealerships, churches, universities, gun dealers, jet skis, boats, fishing, trip, travel, whatever you want to do with it. Kids, weddings, kids' college education. And I am damn determined to help some people and love them to the point that they get that kind of results coming in. And so that's kind of what the goal is today, is to do that. Jeff Bright's going to jump on here and ask some of the questions and kind of mediate, if you will. I've got something new that I've been working on. I hope y'all like it. It's the top 3 submitted life producers last week. Listen to this. Sam Menachino, no, not Sam, Paul Menachino, the husband. Paul Menachino submitted 17 applications last week. He's number 3, by the way. Number 3, he submitted 15,600 last week. A new lady that's been with us about 9 weeks or 10 weeks now submitted 11 policies for 19,053. And Justin Balick down in Miami, Florida, grew up a multi-millionaire dad, grew up with a multi-millionaire dad. He wouldn't work nothing because his dad was multi-million, but he grew up in that rich environment. I was talking to him the other day. I said, you know what's surprising is your dad was rich and you're not a lazy punk. It's surprising that you are sociable and a worker. And he's like, yeah, but did you know my granddaddy was rich? I said, I had no idea. Third generation is where you definitely supposed to lose it all. Apparently, he's decided that this third generation is not going to lose it all, him and Sydney. So they submitted 12 apps for $21,000 this past week. All 3 of these I spoke to, and all 3 of them assure me that $25,000 weeks are on the way. And I'm so excited for them, for the money they're getting deposited in their checking account. Now, that's just submit. It's not issued. So let's do issue pay for the week. Number 12, we're going to the top 3 submits. We're going to dozen issue paid. Number 12 in the country. I was just speaking to him and motivating him, hopefully. He issued 8 apps. He's number 12 in the country, 8 apps for $6,876. Stan Ulrich, who I have communicated with, is excited out of his mind about the month of May, submitted 6 apps for $7,000. Justin Balick issued 10 apps for $7,000. So Justin, based on those 21 apps or 21,000, your next week's issue pay is going to be fun. Janina Wilson and her boyfriend Kyle submitted issued 7,206 apps. Jeremy Edwards came in number 8 in the country with 9 apps issued for $8,000. Megan Wood, single mama, hardworking lady, scratching out a living, issued 12 apps for $8,323. Adam Johnson, warrior, stud, machine, rainmaker, issued 13 applications for $8,500. Paul Menachino, who I mentioned again, top 3 in submit, he issued 8,710 apps. And then we get into some crazy stuff. Sabrina Floyd issued 10 apps for 12 grand. Michelle Alleman issued 13 apps for 13,500, and Amaka Orizu issued 3 apps for 15,600. And I just hung up not 5 minutes ago with this studette. Christina Guston issued 10 apps for 15,700. Was on the phone with her upline, Mike Leventovich, her just talking about what to do with the money she's got in the bank because it just keeps stacking up. She's like, what do I do with it? So we had a 10, 15-minute conversation about what to do with it, how to get high ROI, how to buy your time back, how to be more efficient with your time, more regulated with your time. So I'm excited. That's the top 12 issue paid in a week. Our top 4 issue paid were over 10 grand. Matter of fact, top 4 were over 12 grand. I'm excited to max out those 12 spots with over 10 grand a week issue paid. How about that? Do the math on that. That puts them coming in at $500,000 life production. Life. Med subs on top of that, Med Advantage, annuities, IULs on top of that. Woo! You can buy your life back. Something that I ain't seen a lot in America lately is the word called freedom. Freedom to ride your motorcycle without your hat on. Freedom to fly a private jet. Freedom, buy the car you want. We start doing that, it's going to get more people free, and they're going to believe more in freedom. One of my goals for America. Annuities. Top 2 submit. Mike Hartlib submitted one for 22.5, and Chris Norris, head of BAM, submitted one for 30,000. Issue paid producers. The top 5 issue paid. Steve Maxim down here in Florida, part of Adam Catt's team, issued 44,000. Marvin Osuna issued 100,000. Victor Zaladar issued 103,000. DJ Jennings out of Alaska issued 159,000, and Eric Belair issued $250,000. To be specific, $249,259 issue paid annuities. Can you imagine? Eric Belair starts issue paying 10 grand a week of life and still gets $2-3 million in annuities this year. Woo! I have different problems. Top 3 foresters. Sabrina Floyd, 3 apps issue paid for 1,900. Elizabeth Smith out there in Dallas, Texas, issued 3 apps for 3 grand. And Katrina Guston, not surprising, leading with foresters, 4 apps for 5,500. Top 10 recruiters for this past week. Will Dancy out of my home office. Oh, my bad. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to go to top 10. John Thorman out over there around Ocala, Florida, recruited 5 people direct to him. Joseph Tu he recruited 5 people direct to him. Bailick and Sydney put in 5 people direct to them, contract. Jason and Tawny Carey contracted 5 in a week. Do the math on that. 5 a week, 50 weeks, 250 recruits. Will Dancy out of our home office, 5 recruits. Mike and Noel Leventovich, 5 recruits. Paul Roberts put in 6, baby. 6 direct to Paul Roberts. Worker man, 6 in with. Got to find a producer. Got to find another producer. Olga and Jason Mathis put in 6. Woohoo, Jason. That's 300 recruits. One of them guys is going to start writing 50 grand a month, or 40 grand, or 30 grand, or at least 25 grand a month. I guarantee you. With Olga coaching him, Riddle put in 7, and Kyle Cater spanked everybody again with 17 recruits. So top 10 recruits, minimum was 5. So everybody in the top 10, you had to recruit 5. And some people are like, I'm okay not being in top 10. I'm not. I'm a competitor. I'm like, that gummit. Woohoo! So I'm happy because one of the guys in my base put in 5. That don't count Lucero. That don't count Mickey. That don't count Clay. That don't count Pam Parrish. Competitive, man, trying to win, try to get up in there with a winner. So anyway, I'm excited about those. The leaderboards are posted on Band. I just saw them. You can go on there and see your how you're doing on the Foresters contest. Let me talk about the best rookies. Dion Eichstein, Leventovich. I want to meet this person, Mike Leventovich. Can you set that up? I just want to say hey to them. Megan Ferrand, she is the number 2 rookie on the Foresters contest. Stephanie Rodriguez is not happy that she dropped down to number 3, but she still beat out 4 veterans. She sold more than the veterans. Annette Ivy, back up in charge, Annette. I was talking crazy to her this morning, live and in person. Congratulations. Tim Syke, this girl's a rookie. Check out your band. It's got all the leaderboards on there. I guess you can check it on ARC nowadays. ARC has got crazy fans. By the way, shout out to the ARC people. Tony Hardy, Robbie Kraft, Beast Mode. Thank y'all for making our CRM the best CRM I have ever seen in my life. I've never seen anything like it. Not Salesforce. Nobody competes with us on that CRM. Nothing. No car salesman. It's crazy. Congratulations. And by the way, it's getting better and better and better every day. We need to keep. I have talked to some people that hadn't looked at it. They didn't know how great it was. I was like, goodness, you are missing out on one of our absolute best tools, to the point that when I'm recruiting people, I'm taking them in. I'm saying, let me show you Debbie Benz. I'm pull up Debbie Benz ARC. I said, look how many people's got a birthday. So all your people are going to be tracked right here. And the people you hire, you're going to be able to track their agents, their clients. It's just crazy how good that thing is. All right. So I want to do more leaderboards, but I really want to get to the teaching. I do want to remind y'all that I'm going to be in Burlington the 27th through the 29th at the home office. I think we're going to be out of the COVID-19 enough that we can go there and congregate. We still going to be sneezing on each other. And Davies will make sure that you wash your hands and don't be, it'll be some people with masks on. Wear your mask. I got a fancy man. Hold on a second. I started to say that I didn't have a mask, but I got a nice note from Olga and Jason Mathis. Look at here. Thank you, Olga. Now everybody's going to be calling you, want you to sew one of these. So people going to have their mask on in Burlington. That'll be fine. They sent me red ones and black ones. I'm fired up about it. Thank you, Jason. Y'all are nice people. You're very considerate. And you recruited 5 or 6 people this week, which is smoking too.
Hey, Andy, any of your devices that are connected to Wi-Fi that you're not using for Zoom, can you turn the Wi-Fi off? It's eating up some of your bandwidth.
I can.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling me. You told me that before, but I hadn't thought about it. Let me think. Give me a second. I'll take this one off too. I know it too. Spencer, do you have anything on the Wi-Fi? Will you take your phone off? Take anything off Wi-Fi that we got. Is that better yet, Tia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. All right. So many opportunities right now. I tell you what, I miss my jet like you wouldn't believe. I'm getting ready to get back on that jet. I'm gonna fly out to Burlington, then I'm coming down to Miami and visit with Justin and Sydney, the way they've been tearing it up. I like this competition thing, Boo. People getting stirred up. I like this submit and issue paid coming right out the gate. Top 3 issue paid this week. Katrina Gusson, Amaka Orizu, and Mike and Michelle Alleman. Michelle Alleman, you talk about a beast. 30,000 issue paid in a week. I want to go like Annette, 13,005 in a week. That's Debbie Ben, 13,500 in a week. This is getting ready to get crazy, people. All right. With that said, I have some questions. And Jeff Bright, if you would talk about how those questions were developed, and we'll get into them. Jeff Bright is coming on. He is he works at corporate. He's been in 163 different offices in North Carolina, different manufacturing facilities, 163 different companies he's visited and consulted with. He's written 2 history books and 1 book on values. The values book is the Alliance Values. The 2 history books are about history, and they are history books. I'm not a history book guy. I've read some of them, and I was like, this has happened in the past. I'm thinking about the future. And you know what Jeff said? I can tell you stuff from the future that's going to, from the past, that's going to affect your future. I was like, well, tell me, talk to me. And he has talked to me a lot about stuff like that, and I like it. I was just looking at the question. We posted on band questions that people would like to ask you or like you to be asked. So I don't know if we're going to handle them any special way, Jeff, but maybe we'll just slow down on the ones that we got requested. How about that?
Yeah. I identified them, Andy. So when we get to them, I'll say this is one of the top questions that people wanted answers to. So hey, I'll just identify it.
Here's a good question. People said, what is Megan Ferran doing that I'm not doing? That's a good question. Well, she gets up in the morning and goes to work. And she calls a lot of people. She goes to see a lot of people. She closes. My question would be, what do you do? I saw a guy the other day, Jeff. He said, I'm not doing anything. I said, yes, you are. You either drinking yourself to death. You're sitting there watching porn for 6 or 7 hours. You're watching Lost. You're watching As the World Turns, The Young and the Restless. You're playing chess. You're playing video games. You're riding your jet ski. You're riding around in your Ferrari. You're flying around in your jet. You're getting stuff for your wife. You're cooking dinner. You're reading your mail. You're doing something with your time that Megan's not doing. You're doing something with your time that Alaman's not doing. So I don't know what you're doing. You're wondering what she's doing. I wonder what you're doing with your time. That makes sense. Like, I don't know what people do with their time. I know what I do. My son was shaking me on the leg at 5:30 this night, 5:30 this morning, waking me up saying, hey, we got to work out. After I did all that, and I was sneaking in text, and he's screaming at me the whole time. You're supposed to be texting. You're supposed to be lifting, not texting. I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And then I got on the phone, and I've been on the phone till, well, Katrina and Michael tell you a test just now. And that was, y'all just heard my neighbor who does maintenance and the plumber's doing something upstairs. They were talking about what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And then Stepanka that he was talking to, his housekeeper. I ain't messing with that. I'm doing this.
Yep.
You say, well, I like messing around with a plumber. That's weird. I did have a friend he liked mowing yards, Jeff. I know you think that's really weird, but he thought up ideas when he don't mow yard. He didn't do nothing else. I mean, in other words, he was very, very, very picky with his time, except for that one thing he liked to think.
I hate to mow grass.
You don't like mowing grass. Hey, talk to him about the way these questions were developed, and let's get into it. See if we can help somebody there.
Yeah. So these questions are basically questions you would ask a successful person or a millionaire. So some of the ones in the beginning are more generic and just sort of like getting to know Andy a little bit better on a personal level. But we will dig in with our teeth on some of the tougher questions for Andy or toward the back end. And then we've got some reflection questions for Andy at the end. So it's sort of like 3 phases of these questions. And if I can start asking some of these questions, Andy's going to answer some of these very quick. Some of them I'm going to slow him down because we want an explanation of why he answered it that way. And I will identify questions 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, and 22 were the ones on band that were identified as the most popular questions they wanted you to answer, Andy. So I will go back and identify those as we get to them. That's all right.
Yeah, Jeff, there's one other thing I need to say. Our top producers never stopped going in homes because they were considered essential. And I have had people, and I love y'all that are not going. I promise you, I'm okay with it. But if your production dropped 50%, or you're brand new with us and you can't sell nothing over the phone, I get you. I've tried to do it for 12 years and struggle with over the phone sales. Katrina Guston has been selling to her current clients, and she's got 2,500, and they trust her, love her, and know her. So congratulations. But brand new people, it's very difficult. It can happen, okay? But my number one producers have not stopped going in the house. Michelle Allman has stopped going in the house. And then some people stop for like a day, and then I called them because I talked to them a lot, and I said, what are you doing? They said, people are objecting. People objected 3 months ago because they already bought it to home office. They didn't need any more. They changed their mind. They got it from another agent. They had 10,000 objections, and you overcame every objection by saying something witty and something smart. These same people, if their cable goes out, if their HBO goes out, if anything to do with their television goes down, they will get 5 people in the house to fix it. If their electrical goes out, they'll have 5 people in there to fix it. And some of them are sneaking in people to get their hair cut. And I heard one of them snuck in to get a massage. How about that? I'm not kidding. So here's one of the scripts that somebody's using, okay? Our company got very angry at people that were going into houses improperly, got very angry. I think one of the agents was terminated, might have been 2. I called them up. So what are the rules? Number 1, we have to be certified healthy. Number 2, we have to check our temperature. Number 3, we got a mask. Number 4, gloves are optional. If the client prefers them, we want you to wear gloves, and you got to have a can of Lysol with you, and you got to spray down before you come in and get out. So don't start with me. Don't start with me. Our company's just stupid safety. As a matter of fact, they have went Chick-fil-A crazy on safety. You like that, Jeff? Chick-fil-A crazy.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
So I'm gonna have to have you at 7. We'll see you at 7:30. And they said no problem. And everybody's at home because they're locked in for COVID 1972 or whatever it is, 1930, whatever it is. It's called Corona. I call it Coronas. My son always gets mad at me because I said I'm gonna have a Corona to keep away the Corona. That makes any sense. So I've heard better scripts. I got one lady, she has no immune system right now because of parts of her body that are missing that produces immunes. And she wasn't able to get her immune shots. And she's got a grandma that's 93 years old and going through chemo. And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm careful. I wear a mask. I use Lysol. I spray down. I go bathe my grandma at night. She's 93. And I don't have an immune system right now. She said, she bet she don't write much. And it's like 20,000 minimum, 40,000 maximum. May might be bigger for her. But seriously. So I get it. What I don't get is people that will drive and not know the dangers of driving. How many people die? 300,000 a year. Just stupid numbers. People die driving. That's why I got a jet. I don't even want to get into me too much, but driving scares the snot out of me. But I'm not going to quit driving because that's how I get my money. More likely you die from, statistically speaking. One lady told me, she said, Jeff, she said, statistically, you're correct. I was like, how else would you operate besides statistics? I don't know what you mean. What are you going to run your life based on luck?
Or based on the exceptions? Yeah.
Anyway, so somebody just said, make sure that people that I'm going to the house, best month ever going in the house, 24,000 is paid so far. Good job. Mia, I love it. All right. Questions? I'm ready.
You ready? All right.
Yeah.
What is your greatest attribute, Andy?
I believe the ability to get back on the horse is the best thing I got, bro. Because I will mess up. Get back on the horse. Start over. Start to diet again. Start selling again. Start recruiting again. Start talking to downline. Start being nicer to my wife. Start being considerate of my children. Just start over again.
So failure don't faze you a bit.
I don't like failing, but Staying down there would be worse. I just stuck on a horse.
All right. What's your greatest weakness?
Huh? I was reading this while you were talking. I was texting while you were talking. Could you repeat the question?
So attention span.
I have no attention span.
Yeah. Well, that's probably how you made your millions by not having an attention span.
Hey, listen. How do I stay so focused on this business but have no attention span? That's the quagmire question.
That is a quagmire.
It's interesting to me. People are crazy, Jeff. And I deal from one crazy person to one excited person to one person wants to commit suicide, one wants to get a divorce, another one want to get married for the third damn time. That's interesting to me. It serves my ADD and my weak attention span so I can go from here to here. But it's all concerning income and business.
What I've noticed about you is you won't let people take you down a rabbit hole ever.
Hell no. I go to no rabbit hole.
Yeah. You will maneuver. You will maneuver. You will stay moving. You're a moving target.
All
right. Ready? How would you describe yourself in one word? That's a tough one.
I want to say love, but I love helping people. I ain't no lover like as in softy wussy type of love. I'm a give some tough love. I love helping people, Buck.
Helping people achieve their dream. All right. What is your?
Hey, sometimes I help them get a bigger dream too.
Oh yeah, bigger dream. Some of them need that shot in the arm. All right. Here's question number 4. What is your favorite word?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Well, no. I like it when people do that. Yes, no. And I go like, which is it? Yes or no? I like for people to pick one. So I say, no, I'm not doing it. Or I say, yes, I am doing it. Here's what people do. They wonder and they wonder. Yes, I'm doing it. No, I'm out. I'm not doing it. Yes, no. These are my favorites. Not these God blessed essay answers.
Yes, but, no, but. That's when your attention span kicks in. All right. What is your least favorite word?
Later. Mañana.
Okay.
Oh, I hate it if somebody says I can't do something to that gets on my nerves.
Oh, you can't. Mate. Okay. I got you. All right. What sound do you love to hear?
Cha-ching.
I could have guessed that one.
Cha-ching.
What noise do you hate to hear? Some whining.
Hey. I found out people can text whine too.
Can they?
They can email whine. They can call you whine. They can ask questions whining. Andy. It starts like, Andy. Yeah, I don't like whine. That tears me up. I just like. Hey, by the way, I want to say this, Jeff. If Mr. Katz, if Mr. Riddle adopts these thinkings, I got these thinkings out of books. This is not who I am, Jeff.
Oh, really?
This is who I perform. This is who I perform as. This is not who I am. Who I am is a shy little boy whose daddy was a carpenter and a mailman and mama was a secretary and want to play wiffle ball. You with me? Like, this is stuff I learned out of the books. I don't think enough people get that I don't make this stuff up.
You have adopted these in your life.
Anybody can adopt them, just like them puppies down at the pound.
All right. What do you love about the career choice you've made?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Choices. Freedom. I wish I'd done better, so I have more freedom. But the freedom I got now, I like it.
What is the best decision you've ever made in this business?
I've not done that yet.
Oh, you hadn't made it yet.
Mm-mm.
Well, I hope you're getting close. All right. What is the hardest decision you've ever had to make in this business?
Picking where to put my time every minute. Discerning.
Discernment.
Who, where, what. Like, what is the most valuable ROI do I pick? It's tough, and I work on it every day.
Hey, we're coming up on a question that was the most requested. So just keep that in mind, that people want to know this one most of all. What were your biggest mistakes in your journey to being successful?
Trusting what people say and not watching what they do. Listening, okay, so that'd be it. But since they put a star by it, people will tell you why they didn't do it, and they think that's a substitute for doing it. And some people take the excuse and they go, well, he did it. I say, he did it? They go, yeah, he told me what happened, and what happened kept him from doing it. So technically he did it. Because if that thing hadn't happened, he would have did it. And I go like, what the hell? Trust only motion. You see his gums flapping, but look at the leaderboard. Pull it up, look at the leaderboard, see the numbers, study the numbers. Black and white. Trust results, not people's words or excuses, explanations, expectations, intentions. All that stuff is nice. Need people that put the numbers up, baby.
All right. Second most requested question is number 12. If your bank account went to zero overnight, what would be your first action? And what plan of action would you lay out to build your empire back up?
I would immediately go to my Rolodex and I would start calling. I say, hey, you in? Here's what we're going to do. Wide open, hard work, tough mountain to climb, but we're going to do it no matter what. We're not scared. We're not going to blink. Other people are going to try to talk. In other words, I would go find me 3 or 4 guys that'll be running buddies. And I'll say, we are going to produce, and we are going to find producers, coach producers, and kick absolute ass. Like we. And I start building that team immediately. That's what I would do. Now, you say, well, did you sell? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out there and start knocking out 20,000, and then we're going to fire other people to write 30,000. Then we're going to start writing 30,000. Now, I would start small. I would start small to get big. If people would try to recruit, I got this guy. I go, first of all, you're a minnow. How you going to swallow a whale? First of all, you're a little rabbit. How you going to catch a lion? So I'd get my rabbits with me, and we would all just start together and start to grow our fold. That's what I would do.
Okay.
That's what I've done many, many, many times in my life, Jeff. It's not the first. It's not like I got to start over to do that.
Okay, I got you. All right.
I mean, I could tell you other examples, but that's it. Let's keep going.
What are you most passionate about in this business?
People and the chase.
Does that chase give you energy every day?
People. It fires me. It's like a game, bro. It's like a game. I'm so excited. That's what I was telling Katrina. She's like, what am I going to do with this stack of money in the bank? I said, it's a game. How do you get money coming in there if you ain't got to do anything? How do you get somebody else? It's a game, man. It's weird. It's how do I lead? It's a chase. It's so challenging mentally to me to go after it, to get bigger, to get wider, to get bigger, more productive staff, more productive agents, more productive arc. The chase, man. The people in the chase.
All right. This is the one that I'm most interested in. And nobody picked this one, but for me, this is what I marvel about you is this next one. Because I think it's the secret sauce to everything. Where does your discipline come from?
I think my discipline comes from desire. I desire to live my life. One of my favorite songs. What did you do when you got the x-rays? He said, I spent the next days looking at the x-rays and thinking about what I would do with time, sweet time. And I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went skydiving. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. I love living, Jeff. Like I want to get in a jet, take 5 or 6 of us, fly to Vegas, get us a suite, get us some wine and a dinner, go down to the casino, go to a show. I want Tim Ghost talking about coming over here Friday and riding jet skis. I want to live and help other people live. The desire burns me, Bo. I don't want to sit home. You know what I'm saying when I send those guys, I go, what do? You ask me, what are the winners doing? I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. What I don't know is what you're doing. That's what I want to do, Jeff. I want to do what they're doing. I want to win. I want to put up the numbers. I want to travel. I want to buy that house back there. You know, I want to do. It's just my desire drives me, man.
See, I'm so curious about that question because I have people ask me all the time, how can I be successful like Andy? Well, rewind that and watch what you just heard him say. Because if we could bottle what that is and put it and shoot it in somebody's arm, we'd blow up. We'd blow up. You got to catch what he's got right there, folks. Let's move to number 15. What is the one mindset and one habit that you would love to gift to another agent? If you could give them something, a gift of a mindset and a habit, what would you give them?
Okay, time is limited. So in that limited time, I would want them to have the ability to say, this works, that don't work. I would want them to have discernment and say, this works. I'm going to do a lot more of that. I'm going to do a lot more of this one because it's working. This one's not working. I'm going to quit doing that. I would want to give them the gift of discernment for what works and what don't work. Whining don't work. It don't get you no points. There's a lot of TV don't work.
Right.
Old people don't work. I don't mean old age. I mean, you need to get new blood. Secret to Pony Express, fresh ponies, baby. Fresh ponies all the time.
Do you think that discernment gift would give them better focus?
They would appear to be focused more. I look like I'm focused. I ain't doing that. I'm like a fly on a pile of dookie. I'm jumping around, but it looks like I'm focused because I'm only doing the stuff that applies to increasing the premium and the power and the potential and the people. Because I do all that, I look focused because of my discernment. Don't do that, do this. Don't do that, do this. And it looks like I'm like this. Even though I'm going around like this, it looks like I'm focused.
That's big. That's huge right there. All right, this next question, Andy, is one that's been highlighted as one they picked. It's third most requested. What is the biggest mistake that new agents make and the biggest mistake veteran agents make as well? Let's just start with new agents.
New agents feel like they want to get it perfect before they fail, and I want them to fail before they get started. I want them to fail. There's so many things I teach. Like, I want you to call every one of your friends right now. They want to learn what we do before they call them. They want to learn what to say. And I'm like, if I can get you failing faster, I can get you rich quicker. That Megan Ferrand, she's on there for issue pay. You would not believe. Oh my God. Jane Hill and James have told me, she's told me. I was laughing yesterday so hard at her because of the mess up she's done in the first 2 months. She's messed up more in the first 9 weeks than I've had some people in a year, they not messed up that much. They've not failed. The reason they haven't failed is because they haven't tried. They haven't went out and done something stupid. So They're just all about doing it right. I need you to do it and fail. We'll clean it up.
Yeah, you told me one time before about that. You gave me an analogy of, you know, how Babe Ruth hit all those home runs because he actually had more strikeouts than anybody else.
Yes, sir.
All right, veteran agents. What do they need to do?
I need new people. I need new people to go crazy. Veterans hit the comfort zone so quick in this business, and they do it at different tiers. The comfort zone. Comfort zone, they're not mad, they're not excited, they're not brutal, they're not discerning, because they're in such a wonderful spot in life. A lot of time, and a veteran agent could be 90 days in, a year in, 5 years, 10 years, 17 years, and just get comfortable. And get them out of comfort zone is very difficult because they get down in there, buddy, hunkered down in the comfort zone. They got props and they got scripts to stay in their comfort zone. Like you try to hit them with something, they got this comeback ready. You try to tell them this, and they tell you what happened. They tell you why it didn't work. And they got these scripts, and they stay right in their comfort zone, and they're so freaking protective. And then they start telling you how to do stuff. They'll tell their psychiatrist. They'll tell their preacher. They'll tell their boss. They'll tell the CEO. They'll tell the producer that's producing twice as much what's going on because they're protecting their layer of comfort.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world. Well, here's this question that you started off today with, number 17, and it is highlighted as the fourth most requested question. And I know you've already answered it, but we need to go back over it. What do you do on a daily basis that other agents don't do? Andy, I get that question about you more than any question. More people come up to me at a convention and go, what's he doing I'm not doing?
I'm deciding what I got to do at 2 o'clock and 2:30, and then that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, I have scheduled what I need to do, and I'm going to do that. In other words, I decide what to do, then I work on that like my life depends on that, but not the crap that comes up and I go, I can put that off. That's tomorrow. Jeremy can do that. Stepanka can do that. Jane can help me with that. Jeff Bright can do that. I did that to you yesterday. We called about that COVID-19 letter.
Yeah.
I was like, who can do this besides me?
Yeah.
I moved quickly away from it because that's not what I do. What I do is what I decide to do. And somebody else tried to tell me to do that, but I said, I ain't doing that. I know a guy that can do that. And he'll do it better than me or worse than me. But it ain't going to be me because I'm doing what I decided to do.
That's good. That's good. All right. Here's the fifth most requested question, number 18. What questions do you ask yourself at the end of each day to determine whether it was successful or not?
Here's the question I'm thinking. Did I kick the can down the road? Did I get the premium up? Did I touch base with Jane? Did I love on Jane? Did I show her what I think? Did I do my God thing? Did I do right by my kids? Did I kick the can down the road on different subjects? Did I get better persistence? Did I kick the can down the road? That's all I know. Because I don't expect to win everything every day. But I damn sure intend on kicking that can down the road in a lot of different subjects, all related to one subject, which is what I decided.
So you can lay your head down at night if you put out your best efforts, what you're saying.
As long as I kick the shit out of that can.
All right. Number 19. What do you know now that you didn't know when you started the business?
I hate to say this, but it's true. I had no idea the amount of people that would say they're going to do something and let you down. Work effort, loyalty, premium, sales, just doing what they said they do. I'm surprised how many people. I'm shocked. I'm excited. I'm not depressed about it because it gives me more opportunity, but I had no idea how many people would just sit down on you or
it just disappoints you.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, my preacher, Tim Goad, he said, people did the same thing to Jesus. Calm down. I was like, I ain't Jesus. He's like, he was perfect. Now he said, you are a disaster. You make mistakes all the time. No shock that people, you know. I go, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Still surprised me. I thought more people would step up than step down. Let's go.
All right. All right. Other than a big or a bigger bank account, how has money impacted your life?
I tell people this: when you start making money, you're going to work in different places. You're going to work in Paris. You're going to work in Thailand. You're going to work in a beach home. You're going to work on a jet ski. I just work in a different place, bro. I work in a Maybach. I work in a helicopter. Work in a jet. Because in other words, I'm a worker. I just changed location where I work.
Oh, okay, I see.
Let me give you one. Well, here's one of my latest ones that I've noticed that I do. I wire money now, Jeff.
You do?
Well, I tell my CFO, I said, wire this, we're going to buy this, wire it here, wire it there. In other words, I'm doing the same thing when I used to write checks, but now I text to wire. So it's not the same as you do it. I'm just doing it in a different location. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Instead of writing a check like this, I wire it I wire it like this. So I'm still working. It's just in a different location.
Okay.
I feel like it's a lot more comfortable location than before. Like I worked out of my mama's Lincoln Town car. I worked out of my basement. You say, but you're still working. Yeah. I work on jet skis. One of my intentions going forward, Jeff, as we come out of this COVID-19, is to fly on my jet more to more fun locations and do more fun stuff with the right people. That's my absolute intention, is to work in different places.
Okay. I love this question. If you wanted to become an expert at something unrelated to your business, what would be that particular skill set that you would need?
Let me tell you something. If I could sing like Kid Rock or Johnny Cash, if I could remember the words and hit one of the tunes every once in a while, y'all wouldn't even know me. Y'all would have to get an autograph. I'd be singing country music like a cowboy. I wish I was a cowboy.
Oh, that's funny. I knew that was going to be a good answer. All right, the last highlighted question of the day from the agents. If you had 15 minutes to interview another successful entrepreneur, what would you ask them?
I've done it many times. First thing I'm going to do is tell them congratulations. I'm going to encourage them to keep it up. I do it now, even on people that I follow on social media. I send them messages. Some of them I never hear back from, but you'd be surprised, Jeff, how high-level people with a couple million people following them will text me back and say, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Don't know me. I'd encourage them, and then I'd ask them their story. Tell me about the struggles. Tell me about the victories. Tell me who told you that wasn't going to work. Tell me your story, Bo. That's what I would say. That's what I'd say. That's what I did with John Maxwell. That's what I love with Nito Capay. Tell me your story. I just want to hear your story. I don't need to know how you do it. Just tell me your story.
Yeah, the secret's in the story, isn't it? All right, here's one of these tougher questions. What part of the DAY formula, when I say DAY, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, one of our strategies, duplication, association, edification, that formula. Which one of the D, the A, or the E is the most important to being successful, and why?
Association.
Association. Now, I am curious why you picked that one.
There's no greater pressure in the world than peer pressure. And whoever you hang around, that's who you're going to be like. So duplication. If you're not around, you can't duplicate. You'll see people mimicking, not duplicating, if they don't associate tight enough. They don't ask enough questions. They're not close enough. Edification. You will edify by associating. It's D-A-E. A's right in the middle. Association is the most critical. I don't think a person can fight copying if they're tight enough associating.
Ah, that's an interesting point. Yeah, never thought about it that way. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Number 24. Why is it important to sell, recruit, and build in that order?
I'm not sure if it just sounded good or we care, okay? But why selling is so important is that's what we get paid on. We don't get paid on recruiting, but if we recruit a producer, then we get paid. So the selling is where the money is. And I know money don't mean everything, but it's how we buy more leads. It's how we pay for our cars. It's how we pay for college education. Selling is critical. You can recruit first. You can build first, but what are you building? You got to have somebody to build with, and you got to have some money to recruit. You're going to have to finance them and help them and coach them and take money to pay for your phone. So you got to have money. It's just what gets us going, baby. It's the juice, man.
It's essential.
It's critical. It's essential, like us.
Yeah. All right. Which step of the 8 steps in the 8 steps book is the most important step?
Nothing works without work.
Not surprised that you said that. All right, let's go to the 8 core values. Which one of those is the most important?
Right? Association. Oh, my bad.
No.
You know what I was going to say? Number 2, work, and then association, the 8 step.
In the 8 steps. Oh, association's right behind. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. I was thinking it. You went on to the next question. How do you associate? Yeah. Which obviously duplicate, associate. I'm hitting it again because it's critical. And it's listen to me, Jeff. I had a guy said, I will do anything you say. Saved him $4,000. One phone call. Called me and said, should I come hang out with you at this time? I said, yes, absolutely. He said, well, I was wondering if I could take that money and do something more productive with it. I said, like what? I mean, I was trying not to be mean, but I said, what could you possibly do? And he said, nothing. I said, why was you wondering about it? He said, I guess it was 1 a.m. stupidity. I said, was you drunk? You know, and he was like, I'm coming to see you. I was like, you can hang out for me 3 days in a stupid, pretty location. You're going to hang around with Mike and Noel Leventovich and me. I don't know what to tell you, bro. And he was like, I can't believe I said, dude, I saved you $4,000 in an 8-minute conversation. What could you do in 2 days? And he was like, you're right. But okay.
All right.
Your question. Moving on to the values, right?
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
Saved him $4,000. I appreciate it. Come hang with me. Made $4 million. I appreciate it. Come hang. Gratitude. I am so grateful to be living in America today. See, that just rings country song right there for me. I'm so grateful to be living in America today. Grateful. But if you live in America and you take it for granted as opposed to being grateful, then you don't do anything about it, and you won't fight to keep it. You won't fight for freedom. You won't fight for your own personal freedom if you don't have gratitude. The more gratitude you have, the more grit and grab and growl you have because of your gratitude.
Do you think obligation and being indebted comes from gratitude too?
Not sure what you mean.
Like if I'm grateful, I'm more willing, if you ask me to help you do something, I'm more willing to show that. I mean, I can say, thank you, Andy, but you know what? You've done a whole lot for me in my life. And if you ask me to be there for you, I'm gonna be dutiful with being there. I'm gonna be there for you. I'm not gonna just say, yeah, I'd like to be there, Andy. I'm thankful for everything you've done. I'm gonna show that thankfulness by being grateful. I think there's a showing part of gratefulness.
That's the only part I think about, Jeff, in gratitude is showing. Meaning demonstrate gratefulness, Don't blow smoke up my butt. Tell me how great I am. I hear you. I hear you. Put the numbers on. I tell people, I say, I love my upline. I go, really? Well, grow. And they go like, I love them. I go, no, you don't. You don't love them at all because you're not putting in WIT. You're not putting in premium. You're not hiring other people. Well, just because I don't show it don't mean I don't love them with all my heart. That is, by definition, against gratitude in my world, in my definition world. I might not be an English major. Gratitude to me is show, do, evidence.
That's beautiful. I love that. All right, let's go to the next one. What would you want an agent to do first to ensure them to be successful? To be ambitious or be taking initiative?
You know, it's one of those you can split frog hairs. I just like ambitious people. That's why I say when I'm interviewing a person, I always go, hey, not trying to pry, not trying to say anything, but would you be interested in being wealthy? Would you be interested in rich? If I can get that, I feel like I can give them an absolute swift kick in the rear to take initiative. Like, I think I can be their initiator. I'll be your initiator. Like, I'll be your huckleberry. I'll be your initiator if you have ambition. If they don't have ambition, I'm going to ignite them and they're going to fizzle. That's my thinking.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's look at question number 28. What trait does an agent need to possess in order to honor the saying that we have out there, do your job?
Say it again.
What trait does an agent need to possess in order to honor the saying that we have, that we use a lot, do your job? What do they need to be able to honor that?
They need to respect results. Respect only motion. Believe only motion. Respect only motion. Respect numbers. Be a number respecter. Hey, by the way, I said people let you down. Numbers won't. Numbers won't let you down, bro. What they say, liars figure, but figures don't lie.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that? Liars figure.
I have heard that.
Story, bro. They will tell you a story, but the numbers don't lie.
That's an engineer training coming up. All right. What trait does an agent need to possess to honor the saying, do the do? Do the do.
Discernment. What's the highest ROI? What I was talking to that lady about earlier. What do you do with your time? The do is the do that puts dinner on the plate, that puts the bread in the oven, that puts the puck in the net, puts the car in the garage. The do is putting the points on the board. So what puts the points on the board? What words can you say that make a difference? What actions can you take that make a difference? That's our do.
Okay. All right, number 30, we're getting toward the end here. What does the saying, get your mind right? Because you've often said that to me, and I just think people want to hear what that really means to you. Get your mind right.
All right. So this right here is about 6 inches. From this ear to this ear is about 6 inches. That's where your mind is. That's what you need to get right. That is the toughest mile of success. So if you can get between your ears clear and simple, which is discernment. If you can be clear and simple here, then it will exude itself in physical motion. So what you do will be more simple and clear if what here is simple and clear. But if you're confused right here, that's why I tell my kids, if you're riding down the road and you see an animal, your first thought is, I'm gonna hit it. Simple and clear, not, what do I do? That kills you. In your mind, it has to be simple and clear and planned out. So my kids are told to try to run over it, but then look to the oncoming traffic, glance in the rear view mirror, and decide if you can tap the brakes or not. And definitely don't go over here and don't go in a ditch. Hit the animal if you have to, but don't start out like I gotta miss the animal. No, it's okay. It's okay. Insurance will cover it. There'll be another animal birthed in the woods shortly. So you with me? Just like simple and clear.
Yeah.
I need to book 40 appointments. I need to tie them down. I need to get referrals when I'm there. I need to get a green sheet filled out when I'm there. I need to get a check, and I need to find out if they got safe money. I'm clear. My mind's right. I got to get my mind right. You got to get your mind right. If your mind's not right, you wonder and you whine.
You hesitate.
You're weird.
You hesitate.
You hesitate. Confusion. People don't move fast when they're confused.
Mm-mm. Here's another saying that people have always wondered, what do you actually mean here? Because it's two words put together. Master the mundane. We know what the mundane is. How do you master it?
How do you master it? Is that what your question is? How do I master it?
Well, yeah. Well, maybe you should describe what the mundane is. What is mundane?
So I had a group of brand new people this week, and I was talking to them. I said, successful people do boring work over and over again. I talked to one person who books appointments while playing solitaire. They're so bored talking to people, they play solitaire. I talked to another one, drinks Mick Ultra. She said, she said, so boring talking to these people, I drink beer and I book appointments. So, well, that's wrong. Well, she's killing you. You know what I mean? She's doing something. I had another one that said they put all in front of them pictures of the kids, Thailand, cars, just entertainment. But what they do is they sit there and go over and over again. When I was growing up, Jeff, the epitome of boring made exciting was this lady called Mary Lou Retton. She did gymnastics and she won the country's heart because she's going to win a gold medal. I got to meet her and have lunch with her one day, and she said, Andy, I have rode that one performance all my life. I said, Mary Lou, it's the thousands and thousands and tens of thousands time you did that boring routine over and over again, and then you made it look exciting. And she said, right. And I get cold chills and started crying. Not kidding. I was messed up. So I was just like, I'm having dinner with her. And then today, the girl named Gabby, who won the gold medal in the same type of Olympics, I was there in London. Me and my wife and my kids were there when Gabby won the gold medal, bawling with tears. And they bringing up the flag, the American flag. And I'm trying to tell my kids how boring it was for her to practice running and jumping and flipping tens of thousands of freaking times. Now everybody knows her name. I'm balling. Y'all are balling. America's appreciative. She got a gold medal. It's boring, man. You got to get through the repetitiveness somehow. And if people can't do it, and like I said, I'm like a fly on poop. I'm jumping around, but I'm jumping back to here all the time. I'm getting back on the horse. I'm going to do it again. Here I go again. Repetitive, man. You got, and that's what works. I know that's what works.
You've accepted the routine. I think that's a tough thing for people to do, to accept it. All right, let's go to the next question.
Hey, apparently it's tough.
Apparently it's tough. Yeah. I don't know anybody that's successful out there. If you interviewed them, like you interviewed Gabby, you've talked to, Mary Lou, that there's all this stuff behind it that we don't see. All we see is the success. We don't see all the hard work behind it. But believe me, like you said, it's there. All right, here's some personal questions, Andy, to end up with. 3 personal questions. What do you want your legacy to be? And what do you want your great-grandchildren to know about you one day?
I want them to say he was a worker and he did not quit.
I think they will be able to say that without a doubt. Anybody that knows you knows you're a worker and you ain't quitting. Many, many times I think you've talked people off the ledge from quitting. You probably can't count as many as I can. I know you've got so many that you've helped.
Quit. One more. I encouraged Spencer this morning. He was doing I don't know, jerks, I think, lift the weight all the way up here. And he was like, help me. I said, what do you need me to do? He said, I need you to encourage me. And I went over there and I said, all right, first one, baby, knock it out. And he hit the number that he didn't think he could hit. And he said, should have had you the whole time.
That's great. That's great.
I loved it.
All right, number 33. When you get to heaven, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You know, when I think somebody's done good, I hit them a good job. Wouldn't it be cool to have the person that made everything, not the person, the entity? Wouldn't it be cool if God said, good work? Good work. Just, I don't know how he says it, what kind of accent or something, but just like, good work.
I hope he's got a southern accent. Yeah.
One time I was on an airplane and I had a Mormon, a Jehovah's, a Catholic, and one guy that was like, I don't know, he believed in the earth or something. He believed earth was in charge or monkeys. I don't know what he was, diamonds. I don't know. He didn't believe in, he didn't have a typical. And I'm the old Jesus guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that, you know, that's the way, the truth, and the light, right? And the plane was doing some junk. And there's these guys, and I think it was a girl, were on the plane, so they know this. That plane was doing crap, and I looked at them, I said, hey, I bet we're going to figure out who's right or wrong about our religion in a few minutes. So wouldn't it be cool, like, if I was up there and God said, good work, by the way, you were right. I'd be like, thank God, because and probably like, I hated that you doubted it, but you were right. You picked the right one. Woo, jeez. Hey, to be clear, I think all my others lean at something else. I think they're right too. Okay, people say you can't think you're right and they ain't right. Yes, I can. I think God's gonna have a big old window, and a lot more of us gonna get in than you thought. But I don't know about that. I don't know. What I want to hear is good. I want to hear good work. Good job. And you know, what is it? What's the way that the real religious people say, hey, job well done, my good and faithful son. That's what they got. You know, it's kind of sophisticated. Well done, good and faithful son. If I could just get a good work.
Or a thumbs up.
All
right.
Shoot.
Last question. What would you like your epitaph to read?
Oh. If it said something like, here's my name carved, but I hope my name is carved on their hearts more than the tombstone. I don't know how to say that. Maybe some smart person can do it. I want to say he was carved. His name was carved in people's hearts. But I had somebody ask me one time, Jeff.
I was going to say, here lies a man that carved his name on hearts and not tombstone.
I'll take that.
Take that.
Oh, Jeff, I had a guy ask me one time. He said, if you had a square tombstone, what would you want printed on it? I said, I think I'd like to put, I wish it was a pyramid.
I like the one you told me. My favorite is when you said, I told you I was sick. I think that's my favorite.
I told you I was sick.
I told y'all I was sick. I bet y'all believe me now. Oh, that's funny.
Hey, listen, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say, and I got a little.
No, I just want to say, I appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions. I know the agents love hearing your answer.
Well, I wanted to know, I'm not I don't make this stuff up. I read this stuff. I interview you. I interview Goad. I interviewed Jim Henson. I talked to people. I talked to John Maxwell. These are the answers. Like, these are not like who I am stuff. These are things that create the world that I've been a part of creating. The people that I see, Mike and Noel, or if I see Steven, or I see Fitz, or I see Diane, or I see any of these guys, they don't answer everyone, but these answers are the ones that get them what they get. It gets some different stuff: marriage, children, business. These are the answers.
You know what, Andy? I want to say this to you for everybody here. You know, I've been through some tough times, and you know that at the college, and you've always been there for me. But I didn't call you. I never called you thinking you were going to blow smoke up my ass, and I always appreciate that. You were going to tell me the truth, whether it hurt my feelings or not, because you ultimately wanted to help me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm right all the time, but I know I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to do you right, and I know my experience. But you know, I when I'm coaching cats, or I've coached Fitz, or I've coached somebody, and they disagree, I'll let them. But even if I know, I might even try to get 4 people that are really smart to come tell them the same thing. Look, here's 4 other people. If you can't take it from me, you should. But I try to line it up. But I want to tell you a story, Jeff, because this is critical to what I'm willing to do. Okay, it's called want to. And I had a thought, and I've had this thought a lot, and I hadn't really come out and said it. But if you asked me, if you had a young person like Patzer, or Austin, or Cameron, or Annette, or Megan, if I could take their head and hold them underwater, and maybe get Brandon Beal, Brandon Manley, and somebody else big to help hold them under, and just hold them under until when they just start fighting and moving their hands and doing whatever, and say, do you feel how bad you want air? Because you're gonna die. And when they do that, that's where they torture people. They'll do anything, say anything, confess anything, because they want air so bad. And I was thinking, if you were under there, would you grab a person's private parts? Would you squeeze? Would you scratch? If you could get your hand in their lip, would you rip their jaw off? What would you be willing to do? So what if you died, and then you're in hell or purgatory or wherever, you're in heaven, and you say, man, I really had more things to do. They said, well, how did you fight when you're trying to get up for air? Did you grab a wee-wee? And they say, I didn't grab no wee-wee. Say, I didn't even know if I could do that. I didn't know if that was allowed. I didn't know that I could hurt the person that was holding me down. I didn't know that I could scratch. I didn't know I could grab parts. Like, what do you mean you didn't know? How do you, if you really were held underwater, I bet you'll do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you want success, when you want premium, when you want to issue 50,000, you'll sleep in your car. You'll get up and work out, and then shower at a gym, and work from 7 a.m. until midnight, and then sleep in your car, get up, work out, shower. You'll do anything, and you won't hit me with, well, I didn't know that I could go to a different city. Well, I didn't know that I could go to a different state. I didn't know that I could buy a person leads. I didn't know. Man, listen, we're giving you what you're supposed to do, but we're not giving you all the ways to do it. There's so many ways, but you got to do things that work. Like, in other words, you're trying to get air. You don't want to sit there and meditate. They're going to drown you. It's do, D-O, scratch, claw, fight, work, squirm, bribe. whatever you got to do to get that air, to get that premium, to get that business, it's want to. WANTTO. It's that desire, baby.
Do you remember we talked about this the other day? People are their strongest when they are struggling. Back in the day, I can remember not having nothing and scratching and clawing. I think I was at my strongest then because I was what you just said. I was willing to do anything. When we get comfortable, we lose that edge, don't we?
That's a fear of mine. If people around me get comfortable and then something happens and we're not able to fight, I want to stay uncomfortable. Tim Goad said, he's telling me that this morning, his daddy would say to him, son, we're getting fat and happy. Son, we're getting weak. Son, we need to pick up the pace. I reminded me of my daddy saying, going to hell if I don't do better. I have to do better. Gonna have to start working more. Gonna have to be nicer. But it's that constant, don't let yourself get comfortable, damn it.
Yeah. Remind and remember.
Be the chief reminder officer to yourself, and then get people around you that'll give you tough love. What was that you told me that the hardest, what was you said, the hardest thing to give somebody or the hardest thing to do?
The tough love that we were talking about the other day, we were talking about tough love. That is actually the greatest love that you can give another individual. A lot of people think it's sympathy, empathy, caring, but it's actually the greatest form of love is tough love, because somebody like yourself, you're willing to tell them the truth. It's like you always tell me in the past, you go, you got a best friend and they got something hanging from their nose or they got food in their teeth. It's your job to tell them. You're gonna let your best person walk around be an embarrassment to themselves?
Know what you want, how you get it. I know what I want for him. Let me tell you something. Dog ain't got no fleas when he's in the hunt. Man is his happiest when he's in the chase. He will do stupid stuff when he ain't in the chase, and he will lose the edge, and he'll get killed if something happens. How do I keep him in the chase? How do I keep him out of his comfort zone? What do I want? How do I get it? What do I want for me? How do I get it? What do I want for him? How do I get it? It is a nonstop battle of discernment and choices. Choices, voices. What am I hearing? Who am I fighting against? Who's the evil that I know? Who's the evil that I don't know? What's around the corner? What's coming next? How do we win? How do we stay tough? How do we stay lean? How do we stay profitable? How do we stay moving, growing? These are the things that I think, and then I execute as fast as I can, brother. Hey, here's the last one. Got to wrap up with this. If evil to prevail is if good men do nothing, evil wins. The bad guys win when we do nothing.
That is definitely what they need to hear, Andy. All these things have been good today. I think a lot of these folks, I hope they're taking notes. And the best thing we could do is try to copy you. That's the best thing we can do, is to copy you.
We copy Jesus, but we better be a lot more brutal. We better move a lot faster. And no piddling and no hobbies. That'd be better than being like me. But I just don't know if anybody can do that brutality. Listen, Jesus told a guy, said, follow me. Guy said, my daddy's dying. He said, I don't know if the words went like, get your damn coat. But he said, let the dead bury the dead. Bro, that is hard to say. Can you imagine saying that to a guy?
That's hardcore, isn't it?
Copying me would be a lot easier than copying him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in the insurance business either. He was in the Jesus building business and the church building business. I'm in the insurance building business. We got premium, issue paid, persistency. All right.
Yeah.
But hey, imagine how big he'd have been in the insurance world.
I wonder if they'd have let him in the home.
I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, you know what he'd have done? He'd have had somebody tear a roof in the dadgum building and rip the damn thing off and drop down through there. You know, because some people say I couldn't get in the house. What did Jesus do? He ripped the damn roof off and went in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly.
He said that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because people trying to get to him. He said that's good. He didn't say that's bad. They said they turned my house apart. He said, well, they're trying to get to see me. That's good. See, that's what people don't understand, the craziness.
Yeah.
David and Goliath. He killed the man, cut his head off. He was a good guy. The good guy cut the other guy's head off. He didn't make friends. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. That stuff. Anyway, hey, what do I want? How do I get it? Hey, baby. Let's go agency manager, district manager, national manager. We need some executives. All right, brother. Love you, man.
All
Thanks
right.
for the questions. Thanks,
You're
y'all, for
welcome.
all your texts and
All right.
responses. Hammer down.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Big week.
See you later.